What's up guys, Mark here. Today I'll be talking about the case of Jessi Slaughter in relation to Dahvie Vanity. So I've been covering Dahvie Vanity a lot on this channel, of course, now that he's been the newest target of Chris Hansen's investigation, but something that not a lot of you may know is the case of Jessi Slaughter. Now recently Chris Hansen actually had Jessi Slaughter, who now goes by Damien, on his channel, and it was in this interview that we got a lot of new information about Jessi Slaughter's relationship with Dahvie Vanity and how things unfolded. Before I go into this subject, I want to note that Damien goes by they, them pronouns today, but because I'll be talking about Jessi Slaughter in the past tense, I'll be using she, her pronouns to describe her. So with that out of the way, let's talk about who Jessi Slaughter was and how she got to know Dahvie Vanity. Well, like many young girls in the MySpace generation, Jessi was a big fan of Blood on the Dance Floor, which was Dahvie's band. She was only 10 years old at the time, but she got to know Dahvie on MySpace. They became friends and then they actually started hanging out. And keep in mind, at the time, he was about 24 years old. According to Jessi, he was like a mentor to her, but also a mean friend. He would say very disparaging things to her, not unlike what Onision would say to people like Shiloh or Sarah or Regina, for example. But essentially, he would teach her music, he taught her how to play guitar, they would write music together. Dahvie was also the one who came up with the name Jessi Slaughter because he thought it sounded cool, so this isn't even her actual name. Now you may be wondering, if he was hanging out with her, like in real life, not just online, what did her parents think? How did her parents even allow this? Well, according to Damien, Jessi's parents thought that having a music mentor was actually a good thing. In the podcast with Chris Hansen, they said Jessi's parents were hippies from the 60s and they were okay with things like that. I mean, they just thought that it was good that she was hanging out with someone who had musical talent and who could help her start a career in music, potentially. So that's why the parents were just sort of okay with this, until they found out that Dahvie had been arrested. It was then that they would question Jessi about why she was friends with this older man who had an arrest record. But then again, at the time, everyone thought these were false allegations. Since Dahvie was so popular and had such a devoted fan base, it was easy to rub off these allegations as just people lying for attention. And so the parents believed that, and the friendship between Jessi and Dahvie continued. During this strange friendship, they eventually became, as Jessi described, friends with benefits. I just want to remind everybody that she was 10 and he was 24. So when they would be in public together, Dahvie would play her off as his little cousin. He also would have a cover in his public life by dating older women while taking advantage of his younger fans behind closed doors. So Jessi's idea of staying with Dahvie was that they were both going to grow up, she was going to turn 18 and he would reveal her to the public, and they would have a happily ever after. But of course, this was not the case. In the summer of 2010, a girl from her school posted about her and Dahvie on the website Sticky Drama, which used to be a really popular website for drama, and you can actually dig up a lot of old records and text messages from celebrities like Dahvie Vanity on there. This really embarrassed Jessi, and she made this video in response.
Hey YouTube, it's Jessi Slaughter here, and this is to all you haters, okay? Guess what? You guys are, you know what? You don't faze me. I'm just doing this just so you can tell. I read the comments, I read the messages, I reply to them, but you know what? I don't give a I'm happy with my life, okay? And if you can't, realize that and stop hating, then you know what? I'll pop a Glock in your mouth and make a brain slushy.
Now, this might not have been the most appropriate video to make in response, but I do understand when you're that young. I think she was 11 at the time. It really was very disrespectful that someone would post about her online, so I understand where she's coming from, but of course, people saw this and it gave her a really bad image on the internet. After this all came out, Dahvie Vanity disowned her, and even still, Jessi tried to cover for him. But then her parents found out about the whole thing and all the bullying that was happening to her, and so her parents made this.
I just say that you guys have ruined my life.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this is from her father. You bunch of lying, no good punks. And I know who it's coming from because I backtraced it. And I know who's emailing and who's doing it. And you've been reported to the cyber police and the state police.
This video came to be known as the You Done Goofed video. It became a giant meme. Of course, 4chan caught wind of it, and we all know what goes on 4chan. Nothing good. This became a really big meme, and Blood on the Dance Floor even made a song called You Done Goofed on Jessi's birthday, no less, and it had lyrics about her. After this, she got doxxed, she got hate mail, and it was just a really terrible time for her, and I think she was only 11 or 12 at this point, so imagine going through something like this. Damien has actually had a rough life since then. They ended up going into foster care, their father died. I feel really sorry for them. It's clear that Dahvie has had a very negative impact on this person, so imagine the impact that he's had on the dozens of other people that he's affected. As of now, there are about 22 confirmed allegations against Dahvie Vanity, and I'm sure there are many more women that he's affected that just haven't spoken up yet. This is a really unfortunate case, and I hope this gave you a little bit more insight into what's been going on with the Dahvie Vanity case and what Chris Hansen's been doing to stop him. I'm really surprised that he's not in prison yet, right? Him and Onision have been getting away with this for way too long. These are clearly sick individuals that either need help or prison, or both. I really don't understand how these people are still walking free and how they still have YouTube channels. Now, Onision's YouTube channel is still up. He actually recently made an OnlyFans, which I might make a video on because of how cringy it is. Dahvie Vanity also has a YouTube channel that is still going strong called Kawaii Monster, and he's trying to sell merch there, he's making music there. It's crazy that the guy still has a following, but like I said in my other video about Dahvie Vanity and Onision and the whole cult of personality, they have a very cult-like following. They have people that see them as saviors and things like that, so these people are never going to leave their side, and that's really disappointing, because a lot of these fans are Dahvie's target demographic, young girls, and that's not okay. And at every show he's gonna do, at every gathering, they're at risk. In any case, I hope this video has been informative, and I hope you guys consider subscribing, consider becoming a patron as well. That would be really great to help me out. With that said, thank you all so much for watching. Stay healthy, and I will see you all next time. Peace.